Happy Monday, everyone. These are the mortgage rates for March 28th, 2022, as of 9 a.m. Pacific time. So we've got these two columns here. On the left side, we have the advertised rate. This is the rate that you usually shop for. You'll see they go from 3.7 on up to 5.125. This is the rate that determines your monthly payment and how much you are going to pay in interest every year or over the life of the loan. And in this column on the right side, this is the annual percentage rate, or APR. This tells you two things. The higher the APR is above this advertised rate indicates more and more fees associated with the rate. It's so you can tell at a glance if a loan rate has fees or not. In other words, the spread between these two, the bigger the spread, the higher the fees between the rate and its corresponding APR. The second thing the APR lets you know is which one of these advertised rates works out cheaper in the long run. The lower APR of this rate compared to, let's say, this 4.6 rate lets you know that over 30 years, because this is a 30-year loan, that this one will save you more money because the APR is lower, even though you can see based on the difference between the APR and rate here versus the APR and the rate here. 4.625 compared to its corresponding APR of 4.707, there's not a big spread. This one is a much larger spread between 3.750 and 4.117. This lets you know that this loan has a lot more fees than this loan at 4.625. However, the APR is lower, so over 30 years, this one ends up saving you more money. Finally, we've got these disclosures over here. These disclosures let you know what the rate and APRs are based on. If your scenario differs from what's in this disclosure section, your pricing may vary. For example, these are based on a 680 credit score. If your credit score is lower than 680, your pricing may be worse. If your credit score is higher than 680, your pricing may be better. If you'd like to get a custom quote for your individual scenario, I'll put a link in the description to the custom quote tool. Click on either the purchase or refinance and it'll take you to the website. It only takes a minute to fill out and we'll send you a no-hassle custom quote for your individual scenario. All right, so those are the rates for March 28th, 2022. If you'll notice, I'm nice and calm and collected in regards to what's going on with the rates. You don't hear me screaming about rates are going up and it's the end of the world, the housing market's going to drop out. I've been doing this for 24 years. I've worked for banks, I've worked for brokers, I've worked for lenders. Nothing out of the ordinary is going on. This writing was on the wall last year. I gave all my customers and future customers a heads up on what they could expect to see at the first of the year. If you have any kind of experience in this industry, in the mortgage industry, you know this was coming. Also, the rate pricing, I should say, it's a better way to refer to it, because what's going on actually is that the costs for the rates are going up. You'll notice the rates don't really change much, but the fees associated with the rates do change. So the cost for a 3.75 are a heck of a lot higher than they were just a few months ago. But again, this is nothing to be alarmed about. It's not mortgage-geddon happening. The rate pricing is just going back to what it normally should be. I've been telling people for the last year and a half, we've been in that, we were in that artificial COVID-19 low, and that wasn't going to last forever. Most likely it was going to end at the first of this year, and it did. This is, if you want to call it, the new normal, or what the normal should be. So don't get all depressed. Don't sit there wondering if, waiting for rates pricing to go back down. It ain't going back down. This is where it should be. So if you're doing a purchase, just focus on getting the best deal you can on the house and get the right rate that's going to fit your situation and save you the most money. But don't expect to see no cost 2% loans anytime in the next few years. So this is the new normal. Kick back. It's not the end of the world. There's not going to be a big housing and mortgage crisis again. This is the new normal. I hope this helped you out. You have enjoy the rest of your day. New rates coming out most likely tomorrow or the day after. Look forward to seeing you soon.